Notice, in the event of a temporary shutdown of the federal government beginning January 20th, all Library of Congress buildings will be closed to the public and researchers. All public events will be canceled. Not just the Library of Congress, all over this country. People who access and need government services are not going to be able to get them. 800,000 federal employees are going to be furloughed, people who depend on their paychecks to take care of their families. This is an outrage. Now, the cause of the shutdown is manifold. Let me give you just two reasons. Number one, Mitch McConnell, U.S. Senate leader, brought before the Senate a continuing resolution that he knew would fail. He knew it did not have the votes. He needed 60 votes. He got 50 votes. He's going to do that again. So I say to Mitch McConnell, why don't you sit down and negotiate rather than bringing bogus continuing resolutions before the Senate that you know will fail. But second of all, let me give you the story behind the story. And that is, if you think that every Republican is unhappy about a government shutdown, you are wrong. Check out what the Koch brothers believe. The Koch brothers are the second wealthiest family in America. They have put many, many, many hundreds of millions of dollars into the Republican Party. They do not believe that government should be providing services to the American people. When you hear people like Paul Ryan talking about cutting Medicare and cutting Medicaid and cutting Social Security and every other government program, that is right off of the Koch brothers playbook. They don't want to cut Social Security. That's not what the Koch brothers want. They want to end Social Security, end public health programs like Medicare and Medicaid. Right now, in my state of Vermont, 1 out of 4 people get their primary health care through community health centers. Community health centers have not been funded for 3.5 months. 27 million people in this country get their health care, their dental care, their mental health counseling, and their low-cost prescription drugs through community health centers. If you think my Republican colleagues are staying up nights worrying about the millions of people today who can't access government health care, you would be mistaken. This, in my view, is part of a long-term plan to have people lose faith in the government, in the ability of government to respond to their needs. These Republican leaders want a government run by billionaires and for billionaires, not for and by the American people. So this government shutdown, I don't think, is an accident. I think it goes deeper than that, and I think it is part of the long-term anti-government ideology paid for by the Koch brothers and other billionaires. And our job is to change that. Our job is to create a government that works for everybody, not just the 1%. Our job is not to throw millions of people off of health insurance, but it's to join every other major country on earth and guarantee health care to all people as a right. Our job is not to give tax breaks to billionaires, but to demand that the wealthiest people in this country start paying their fair share of taxes. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's stand up. Let's fight back. Let's create a government that works for all of us, not just the billionaire class. Thank you.